it's Yuko, the former teacher turned instructional designer. So I've got some awesome news. You know that I love gamification and trying to make educational resources or corporate learning resources interesting, engaging, and just informative, but also all around easy. I also love AI. I'm not like the best at using it, and there are some things that I still want to create by myself, but there are some things that I think AI can certainly help with. That being said, I was lucky enough to be contacted by this company called Edcafe AI, and they created an AI platform that's designed to help teachers create learning resources such as slides, quizzes, teaching resources, flashcards, slide decks, things like that. It's also compatible with Google Classroom and Teams. So they said to me, do you want to try it out? We'd love to see what you thought of it. And I said, look, I would be happy to use it and do a review on it, but am I allowed to be honest? And they were like, yes, we want you to be completely honest because we want your feedback. And obviously they're trying to make the platform the best that they can, and it's really good that they're really open to the feedback. So I went on Edcafe AI and they gave me a year's premium subscription. Let's go through it and see what it's all about. If you're starting from the beginning and planning a unit from scratch, you can create everything. So they just said, you know, put in the topic that you're teaching, and I thought, okay, let's go with something that I actually have taught before. So I went with Year 10 Geography in the Australian curriculum. I went onto the Australian curriculum website and downloaded the skills necessary, the standards, and what needs to be taught. I wanted to see what it would come up with. So I put in the Australian curriculum link, and what it came up with wasn't the best. It just came up with a bunch of links that I could have found by myself and things used by other schools, which, to be honest, like I could have just put into Google the website or like Australian curriculum, Year 10 Geography by myself. This wasn't particularly useful, but I think if you put in an actual topic like biomes for Year 9 or something like that, then it would probably be more helpful. So I selected articles, slide decks, and worksheets, videos on YouTube or ClickView, like I could find those by myself. So I thought, let's go with the slide deck first. We want to know what we're teaching. You upload a file, and then I saved the Australian curriculum standards and skills to a PDF. So I directly copied them from the website. This is what I need to be able to teach Year 10 Geography. And you get to choose the aesthetics of your presentation as well, and how many slides that you want to create. I chose evergreen because it's like geography and it's got to be all natural, you know, same kind of vibe. And then I created it. So this is what it came up with. I think the way to use AI is you can use it to generate like the initial skeleton idea, and then you have to develop based on that. So I think in that vein, Edcafe AI is good at giving you sort of a skeleton framework to work with, but also because I just put in the whole curriculum breakdown, it created everything into a slide deck that I guess would be useful for teachers who are teaching it rather than a step-by-step lesson plan. So that was my mistake. I should have broken it down into the different lessons that I would be doing throughout the term or the semester. Anyway, so it came up with images, I guess, that it found on the web. Obviously, I have to change those because we don't know where they're from, so there's copyright issues. Also, they're just like not at all relevant. The first slide is, the true substrands of Year 10 Geography. So again, if I was presenting this to teachers, then it would be really useful, but I probably went about this the wrong way. It came up with infographics as well, which is really interesting. So it gives you a little snapshot of what this unit could be like. So I could use this to plan and then subdivided my lessons, and then I could use Edcafe AI to create the slide deck for me. So yeah, when you save it, you can save it to your library. You can make it public or private. So I saved it to my library. So yeah, if you want to export it, you can export it to Google Slides or Microsoft PowerPoint. I'm on a Mac, so I don't use Microsoft at all. I think it's horribly clunky. I use Keynote. But Google Slides might be useful as well. Obviously, it depends on what school you are at what type of, I mean, obviously most schools are PC, so yeah, it depends on what platform your school uses. So yeah, if you save it to Google Slides, it saves it to your Google Drive. All right, so I've created my slide deck, which, you know, I think I needed to refine a little bit more, as in the prompt that I put in and the file that I put in. So you kind of do have to plan a little bit, plan what each lesson is going to be, and then you can probably use Edcafe AI to create the slide deck for you once you know what you're teaching. All right, so my next thing that I wanted to create was a quiz. I wanted to see what kind of formative assessment, summative task I might be able to create. So again, I uploaded the same file, the Australian Curriculum V9 Year 10 Geography. So I wanted to make a multiple choice task. It says add in additional instructions, which are optional. So I said to use the Bloom's taxonomy command term verbs at the beginning of each question. So things like understand, analyze, apply, illustrate, things like that. Create a range of critical thinking levels from understanding, as in create a range of questions with various critical thinking levels from understand to evaluate. So obviously they can't create in a multiple choice test, so it has to be understand to evaluate. And yeah, it came up with a whole bunch of multiple choice questions and it followed my instructions. So I really do like this quiz maker. It's good for, I would say, formative tasks. I don't think I would use it for summative at the moment because you'd probably have to refine it. It's probably not ready for big summative tasks. But yeah, formative, definitely. Okay, so if you assign it, you can assign it to Google Classroom, Microsoft Teams, you can embed it, you can save it as a QR code, you can copy the link and put it into a slide deck or into your PowerSchool or your LMS. So that's really convenient. I like that it's multi-platform use. All right, so now I've created one slide deck and one quiz. The slide deck was like kind of meh, but that was my fault because I needed to refine the prompts. The quiz I was pretty happy with. I would use it to create some formative assessment quizzes for learning, assessment for learning, AFLs. So I thought, you know what, let's create some flashcards. I love learning with flashcards from when I was a student. It's useful because I'm a language teacher. Let's see what they come up with. The template is terms and definitions. The front is a single key term and the back is a definition. I put in my Australian Year 10 student year level. The images I'll add them later because I feel like I'd have to change them anyway. But yeah, they came up with a whole bunch of different terms as well as the definitions. But again, this would have been useful for a presentation I was giving to teachers who are going to teach Year 10 geography in the Australian curriculum. Yeah, so you need to, it's probably a good idea to have your curriculum planned, at least the basic parts, like what are your key terms, what kind of assessments will you do, your standards, your skills, and the topic of each lesson. Then you can put that into here. I think it's good if you have a very specific idea of what you're going to be teaching. So for example, food, nouns in Year 7 Japanese. So yeah, you can save your flashcards to a bunch of different file formats. You can do Microsoft Word, not going to use that. Google Docs, useful. PowerPoint, again, not going to use that. Google Slides, yep, and PDF. Probably PDF if I was going to make them for students because they could just print them out, cut them out, and start using them straight away. Same as me, I could print them out, cut them out, laminate them, and start using them in class. Alright, so I think the same thing. We're going to create a lesson plan with the same file, the Australian Curriculum V9 Year 10 Geography. Again, I do foresee the same kind of issues coming up as with the slide deck and the flashcards. I needed to refine it a bit more and have the actual topic. So what I do like is when it creates a lesson plan, it is very detailed. So you come up with the learning objectives, because again, remember with backwards design, you have to come up with your learning objectives first so you know what you're going to be teaching and what you want students to be able to show as learning. Then it shows how it aligns with what standards. Then you've got your important key terms. Then you've got your essential questions or your key questions, and then the different lesson procedure. So you have your opening hook, your direct instruction or explicit teaching, then you've got guided practice. So if you're going through the I do, we do, you do, we've got the I do first, then the we do, and then we've got the you do. And then you've got your closing, which focuses on reflection, which is really good for learning. You've also got extension activities and assessments at different levels. So you've got differentiated activities below grade level, at grade level, and then above grade level. You've also got formative and summative assessment tasks, reflection questions, and then homework. I would say the lesson planning aspect is very well done. I like the alignment with standards, the key questions, the learning objectives, key terms, the actual lesson procedure. It's differentiated. You've got reflection, you've got homework as well. Lesson planning was really well done. All right, so the annoying thing is if I wanted to export it, I could only do it to Microsoft Word or Google Docs. Microsoft Word, I don't use it. I don't have a PC, I have a Mac, so that's really not useful at all. Google Docs, I would rather have had it in a PDF file format, so I think that's something Edcafe can work on. So lesson plans, please let them export to PDF. I mean, I guess it's editable if it's in Microsoft Word or Google Doc format, but then they should have a Pages format as well. I guess that's more of a preference thing because I prefer Mac to PC. But yeah, when I was working in schools, both home and abroad, actually no, in Japan I used a Mac, but in Australia, I used a PC, which is really annoying. I exported it to Google Docs because it's the most useful. Yeah, so my last task I thought I would create was a reading activity. So reading comprehension is really useful. You know that students should be reading about 20 minutes a day. I don't know if kids are actually reaching this milestone of 20 minutes a day, but it's useful just to assess comprehension as well. Do they understand what they're reading? All right, so again, this reading comprehension task would be useful for teachers who are teaching Year 10 geography, not so much the students, but that was my fault because I should have created a skeleton lesson plan first and then put in what each lesson is going to be about, and then it would be able to create this reading task based on that. And you can export to lots of different file formats. So you've got Microsoft Word, Google Docs, Microsoft PowerPoint, Google Slides, Google Forms, and PDF. I think Google Forms is useful if you're going to do reading comprehension. All right, so you can see here all the different subscription options. So the free version, you'd get standard large language models, 100 monthly AI generations, 40 participants per quiz, chatbot or grader, 3 custom chatbots, 3 assignment graders, share via QR code, link, and LMS. So that's for free. That's pretty amazing. For the pro version, which is $7.99 per month, I assume American, you get everything in free, plus most advanced large language models, 1,000 monthly AI generations, 200 participants per quiz, chatbot or grader, 20 custom chatbots, 20 assignment graders, upload files as AI knowledge. Flexible file export, teaching resources finder, AI slides generator, AI image generator, and AI text to speech. I am not super hot on the idea of AI generations, AI chatbots, or I think we should do that stuff ourselves. Premium, which is what they gave to me for 1 year, is $14.99 a month. You get everything in Pro, plus the most advanced large language models, unlimited monthly AI generations, unlimited participants per quiz, chatbot or grader, unlimited custom chatbots, unlimited assignment graders, custom data privacy agreement for schools, custom onboarding for schools. So that's pretty amazing, I think. I think it is worth the money, but I would only use it for lesson plan generation, slide generation, reading comprehension generation. But then, you have to be very specific in what you're generating and how. So you have to have an idea of your lesson plan to begin with and your syllabus structure, course outline. But yeah, overall, like TLDR, what do I think of Edcafe AI? They did give me this premium subscription for free if I did a video about it, but I asked them explicitly, am I allowed to be honest about it? And they were like, yeah, we want you to be honest. So I found that, really good of them. They wanted the feedback. I do love the lesson plan generation. I like the reading comprehension generation. I like that you can just put in what year level you have and what curriculum. You can upload files. I think the slide deck generation generator is also good. The only things I would change is make it Mac compatible. Most people I know use Macs for their private computer. For an AI large language model, I think it's a great option for teachers. Again though, when I was teaching, we don't get much money. $15 a month is pretty steep. If your school's paying for it for you, then that's pretty good. In Australia, I don't know if you could charge this on your tax, like get it taxed back. But yeah, other than that, that's pretty good. I would use it, I would recommend it, with a caveat of have an idea of what you're teaching first. Don't just chuck the curriculum in like I did. That was probably the worst way to go about it, but I just wanted to see what it could do. Now I know what it could do, and I think I will be more refined in my use of Edcafe AI. But yeah, let me know if you have any questions about it. I also have an affiliate link, so if you get Edcafe AI, then let me know in the comments below. Please use my affiliate link. I do get money from it. Freelancing, oh my god, I do need it. Yeah, so I think I will do more videos on Edcafe AI on more refined and specific topics, because then I think it will create better resources. And if you want me to review any other AI models or learning programs, then yeah, let me know, because you know I'm always into it. Thanks for watching, and if you like this video, please like and subscribe.